Good morning, Year 6. This is Friday's English lesson. So we're going to start off with our word of the day as usual. So the word of the day today is infinite, meaning if you describe something as infinite, you are emphasising that it's extremely great in an amount or degree. So I love playing hockey. His love for playing hockey was infinite, so it means like it goes on and on and on. And this little symbol, this figure of 8, is the symbol of infinity, which I'm sure you are aware of. So your first task today, can you put the word infinite into a sentence, please? So you might think of something that you would like to go on for infinity. If you want to use the word infinity, that is also fine. Okay? Right, it's Friday, guys, so your Eric Starter is a song, so please click on that link to find your Eric Starter. So the song today is called Ironic by Alanis Morissette. I'm sure some of you will have heard it before. The lyrics are there, so the retrieval question and the inference question is based on the lyrics, okay? So please read this section of the lyrics. The link I've sent you to also has the lyrics on, so you can read the lyrics whilst you're listening to the song. I really like this song, it does make me smile. So the first one, explain. What does ironic mean? R. What did Mr. Play It Safe, that's supposed to say, Play It Safe, do before kissing his kids goodbye? I. Interpret or inference. Why do you think Mr. Play It Safe said, well, isn't this nice, as the plane crashed? And C. Choice. Can you think of your own example that could fit into the song? So, have you ever been in a position where you think, like, for example, you're getting your umbrella, you can't get your umbrella to work and it's raining really, really hard, and then you finally get it to work and it stops raining? Okay, so have you ever been in a position where that's happened to you, where you really wanted something and then all of a sudden it's not happened, and then when it does happen you don't need it anymore? Okay, so can you think of your own example? When you listen to the song, you'll hear lots of different examples. For example, when all you need is a knife and there's 10,000 spoons. So ideas like that. Okay, so have a go at that. Now, once you've done that, you need to read or listen to chapters 7 and 8 of Stanley Yelnats' Survival Guide to Camp Green Lake. The two chapters are about spiders and about digging holes. Okay, so you've got these 5 questions here. Nice, easy questions. Where do small spiders make their home? What is the answer to survival test 3? What rhythm should you get into when digging? Why should you always leave a clear space at the side of your hole? And what is Stanley's best advice? Okay, I hope you're enjoying that novel, guys. I've been finding it quite funny. If you've been listening to me reading it, you'll have noticed that. Okay, I'm now going to go on to the actual English lesson. So on Tuesday you did a plan for your newspaper report, and on Wednesday you will have done the first part. So you'll have done the headline, the byline, the introductory paragraph, and your first event, including a subheading and a quote. So we're now on to the second part of writing your article, and this is what I'm going to be looking for here. Now again, it is colour coded, so if you want to keep yours colour coded in your actual work, you can do, so you can really clearly see what you have used. So today we're looking at doing the subheading for event 2, including a quote, your concluding paragraph, and adding pictures with captions. Okay, I've put 2 pictures in, but it's up to you how many you wish to put in. So this is the one from the other day, and you should have got up to the point where you've done your first event. Okay, now the first thing I've done after that is I've added in a picture. Now I've just got this picture off the internet, because obviously we've got the film, so you can use pictures from the film if you wish to, and I've put the caption, Stanley Yelnats pictured above with the deadly yellow spotted lizards, because that was what I was talking about in event 1. Okay, so I thought that fit nicely with that picture. Okay, I'm now going to read you the rest of my article. Okay, so subtitle, The Warden Busted. The warden of Camp Green Lake seemed desperate to claim the contents of the suitcase as her own, which raised suspicions. Especially as the suitcase I can't spell today. Suspicions. Yeah, that's right. Especially as the suitcase was clearly labelled Stanley Yelnats. After further investigations by the Attorney General, it became evident that Camp Green Lake was unsatisfactory and has been shut down with immediate effect. And I've got a quote in here. There is evidence that the staff at Camp Green Lake have not been looking after all of the boys properly, explained the Attorney General. That isn't spelled right. Therefore, we have decided to shut down the facility. Now, that's the end of that event. So it's smaller than the other one. And it's just summing up that about finding the treasure in the wood and trying to claim it as our own, and then realising that Camp Green Lake isn't really a nice place. Now, within there, I've also used a range of different SPAG elements. So after further investigations by the Attorney General, I've used my subordinate clause there after being my subordinating conjunction. I've used a dash here, so instead of using a comma, and then I've got my inverted commas here for my quote. So I'm using the SPAG elements that are also on your steps to success up here. Okay, so this event, it's just that second event that you've got on your plan. You've already planned it, and loads of you put lots of detail into that, so it's just about putting it all together to write into a paragraph, really. And remember, guys, you are not writing a story. You need to make sure you are reporting on the factual events that happened, okay? Now, after that will come your conclusion. Now, have a think. If they found this treasure chest, it's obviously going to be something to do with the treasure, or in this case as well with Hector and Zero. So Stanley and Hector are now said to have been driven back to Stanley's parents' house. It has been claimed that the Yelnats have decided to claim guardianship over Hector, while the government tried to locate his records, which have proved tricky to find. Now, we know that they're not going to find his records because the warden had them destroyed. Both boys have been told that they are able to keep the treasure they have found, which is rumoured to total around $1 million each. Now, the reason I've put rumoured is because I'm only writing my article as if it happened the other day, so they might not have had time to get what's in the chest valued, okay? So depending on when you set your newspaper article, will depend on whether you can talk about what is in your treasure chest. And then I've put a picture of the chest, and I've put the treasure chest that Stanley and Hector found at Camp Green Lake. Now, this conclusion, it's not just one line. It's summing up your concluding paragraph is more like what are they going to do next, okay? That is more what it is like. What are your characters, your people in your newspaper, what are they going to do next? Are they going to, maybe they've got plans for what they're going to do with their money later on, okay? So think carefully about what you are going to put in this paragraph. You can magpie ideas from this one, by all means, that is absolutely fine. Again, I've used a range of SPAG elements in there. I've got a dash for my relative clause here, or my subordinate clause, which is rumoured to total $1 million each. I've also using my apostrophe for possession here, but it belongs to both the parents. So it's after the S. So I'm still adding in my SPAG elements, but keeping it factual and a newspaper report, okay? So today you need to do subheading for event number 2, put a quote in, your concluding paragraph, and at least one picture with a caption, okay? Can't wait to read them, guys.